Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is March 11, 2016, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the economic calendar today, we've got a couple of things coming up. Canadian dollar at 3:30 p.m. It's a unemployment rate change. It's a monthly number, so it may still have a impact on the Canadian dollar. We're going to look at the Canadian dollar and see what happened yesterday. What a big day yesterday in the markets, okay? ECB President Draghi came out with new rate change, and the market initially didn't like it, okay? We had this big sell-off, as you can see here. We're looking at the EURUSD here. Let's highlight it a little bit more. This is a big sell-off that we had yesterday initially after the news came out, and then the correction came a few moments later. This is what we call a classic fade. Okay, we've spoken about this in previous webinars and presentations about trading the news, and this was a classical case where you had the initial reaction to it. Mostly, it's very difficult to catch it. Okay, this was, let's say, about 10 minutes, not even, okay, of trading. You see, this is a 30-minute chart, and you could see it's very difficult to catch the first move. And then subsequently, after the dust settles, there's a correction, okay? And either Draghi speaks or whatever have you happens afterwards, and then there's a wild correction that comes up the other way. And in this case, we had a wild correction and then some, okay? So this is really unprecedented because this went up like 300 pips after the correction. So there were multiple opportunities to make money here, even chasing it a little bit. Although I do not subscribe to chasing, you had the latitude here in order to chase it up and go up to 111. So this was really a huge opportunity. Now this rattled the markets across the board. I actually was looking at the Dow Jones at the time. Looking at the Dow Jones here, we had a big sell-off, okay, initially, and then, then we had, we had a big rally initially, and then the big sell-off, and then the correction to the sell-off. So, it's kind of interesting that the Dow Jones was so resilient in coming back, okay? And this actually fortifies my my thought that we are heading into maybe back into the 17,300, 400 range, okay? Because it's sustaining itself. It had ample reason to sell off, and yet it didn't, showing some relative strength. So the Dow Jones showing some relative strength. And looking at gold, gold also, like the news yesterday, and rallied to 12,073. 1273. And as we close this gap to 1300, we're getting awfully close to it. And we were talking about this hitting 1300 before the end of the year, and you see that it's almost happening. It's a 72. We're only 28 points away. So quite a rally across the board. And that's what's fantastic about the markets, is that you have ample opportunities, and they come up and they come up and they come up. Looking at the USD CAD, the CAD also had a reaction to it yesterday. We've had a very volatile week with the CAD. Initially, earlier in the week, we had this big sell-off and found some sort of a soft landing spot at 32, and that's not really a good graph. We had a soft landing spot at 32.65, and we've just been trading in this range right here. The question is are we going to bounce from here? Okay, that's the million-dollar question, and we'll have to see. Okay, we really have to see. This is making almost a double bottom here, and as long as it's showing resistance at 32, we may finally see that bounce or that correction of trading in a new range. Okay, and that's where we are right now. To say that this is support level right now is a little bit hard to say, because not enough data really satisfies that. Okay, we had a resistance here, we broke above it. We had, I wouldn't call it support here. Okay, I wouldn't graduate it to the name support, but definitely a threshold that we're at right now to possibly jump off. Okay, 32.50-ish level. Okay, so that's some opportunity that may come today. If we hold this line and we may bounce quite hard, depending on what the economic situation in Canada is. Okay, this has corrected itself from 46 to 32, and we're talking about something that has really been trading quite nicely over the past year. going from 1 to 40 to 146 and then back correcting itself to 32. So again, ample opportunities in the markets. Take a look at that 3:30 p.m. Canadian dollar will have the unemployment change later today. Looking at oil here, commodities had a great day yesterday, okay, and that's indicative right here. The oil is trading at 38.68 per barrel, okay, and we're inching closer to $40 per barrel, which was another one of our targets for the year, between $40 to $60, and you see that that's actually coming to reality as we close in this gap to $40 a barrel. Okay, still a a big part away from where it was at 111 or where we're historically been, okay, with the price of oil. Okay, so we're still in a very, very low area relative to the price of oil. So this looks like now this looks like a hammer formation, and you can see that it's getting a little bit bullish. The question is will we continue this rally on the upside? These lines are really hard to, they're just short-term technical lines that hopefully will give us some sort of indication of which way we will go. So we're trading here at 38.70, breaking above the 37.90-ish level, which we had before, breaking above obviously 34, 35 is a big number. So we're looking like we're trending upwards. Okay, that's basically what I'm saying. The question is can we sustain, and how long we will sustain this this rally of oil going into this $40 range. Okay, but yet you could still look, okay, and use the technicals, even the short-term technicals, because they still apply. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you guys a great weekend. Thank you.